Hi and welcome to my review videos. This time I'm doing the Type 58. The Type 58 is a tier 6 Chinese medium tank, and you have two different lines of medium tanks. If you look at the deck tree of the Chinese, you have a normal medium line what's leading to the heavy tank line and the medium tank at the same time, and you have another kind of line where it's more a scout line, and what also leads to the heavy tanks, but they're all light tanks and they are classified as scouts. And I have to say I do like the Aufklärungspanzer. I know how to drive it because I see lots of people suiciding. Normally I think the Chinese should be no problem also, but I'm not ready to play three different kinds of scouts after each other. I mean, one tank was enough. I do like the Aufklärungspanzer, but I'm not planning to drive three different kinds of scouts. It's a little bit too much for me, so I decided to go on this line. This line is well, you get it's like another medium tank. You just get top tier sometimes. With this tank, I think you never go top tier. I think the maximum you have, the minimum that you can have here is tier 7 or something with the 5916. And what will I say? Before I start the actual review, I want to make a shout out that I am not uploading as much review videos as it used to be in the past, because basically after 2.5 years of playing this game, I kinda get bored at this game, and I only play for my first winner of the day, and that's it. And also something, my losing spree for what's going on for like 3 weeks now, it's kind of pissing me off, and I just want to hold a little break of the game and maybe start playing back when the school is up. But right now I'm just playing WoT, for the people who will not watch my WoT videos. I have told it before, but not everyone watches my WoT videos, so I'm saying it again. Probably it will be every 2 weeks now, instead of 2 times a week. So the Type 58, you look strangely familiar to. Well, we have a tank what is very familiar with this tank. It kinda reminds me of the D3485. Now it's a very long time ago since I played this tank. I think I played it like the first 2 months when the game was out, the 85. So I have no idea how it felt like, but I do like the tank. The Russian one, not the Chinese one. I don't like the Chinese tank. I mean, the Russian tank used to have the 100mm diet, and the 100mm diet was a very good gun on a tier 6 mounted. It was the same gun as back when the KV3 was a tier 6. It was the same gun what you mount in a heavy tank. It had a very good penetration. I think you have the same gun on the T43, I'm not sure. Let's look at it. T43, where is the gun? No, you just have an 85mm. There you have the 85, the 100mm died. So you do have a difference. Let's take up the Chinese one. Wait 1 second. It's kinda. So where's the Chinese one? There's the Type 58 and the 85mm gun. So I'm just going to compare it like I used to be before with the 100mm diet. I know it's not the same anymore, but I remembered it how I played with the 100mm diet. I have no idea how it feels with the 85mm now. So what do you have? What's the difference between the gun what I used to play? Well, first of all, the penetration. The penetration throws me over and over again on this tank. Only 128mm of penetration. The only tank what it got less penetration is the E2. I think the E2 has the same penetration, the EZ2. The damage is pretty high though for tier 6. 160 is it's average. The accuracy is not bad for a Chinese tank. I mean, the 100mm diet was quite inaccurate. The rate of fire is very good. It's every 5 seconds. It's not bad at all. Aiming time is, well, pretty good for a Russian tank. I mean Chinese tank. Well, they're all modifications, but I know for the Russian one that they had very high aiming time. You see on the 100mm diet also. But what is the difference between the 85mm of the Chinese and the 85mm of the Russian? Well, let's take a look at that. There we have the 85 of the Russians, and as you see, it's a one tier higher, so it has to be better. So what you see here, you have a higher amount of penetration, you have a higher amount of damage, you have better accuracy, you have the same rate of fire, so you're better off with the 85 millimeters of the Russian though. I mean the what I don't like about the Type 58 is the maneuverability. I mean, it has pretty weak armor. It's only 45 millimeters. You're not well. You are going to bones if you're top tier. That's one thing also what I want to go into detail later on. But the hull armor, turret armor, just the same. The standard shell damage is higher. The the standard shell penetration is of course on the 85 millimeters is higher, but this is just stock stats. The turret reverse speed is a little bit better, but it's not going to help you. View range is better though. Engine power is a little bit better also. It is a little bit faster. Speed limit is 55, other wall is 54, but of course the traverse speed is much better on the Type 58. But it says that it goes 55, but it's just the same problem as it used to be with the Type T34. The Type T34 was very quick. This tank is also very quick, but if you turn, you lose all your speed. You're back to 20 or something. You can't circle around tanks. So basically, this tank for me plays like a heavy. I can't really do anything with it. The reason why I like the T34-85 back when I wanted the 100mm diet is that in 3 shots you have someone dead. On a medium tank, that was just awesome. The 85 is still good though for the T34-85. And what throws you over and over again on this tank is just the same story as it used to be on the T34. Type T34. Matchmaking. I poorly get into top tier, and if you end up one tier higher, your penetration is nothing at all. I mean, the T29 for instance has 100mm sloped armor. Normally you should penetrate it with every kind of gun in the game, but not with this gun. You really have to aim for weak spots, and that's the problem with this tank. You have to aim for weak spots, but if you stand still with a medium tank, the medium tank is not good. Go for a heavy line then. This tank, I just don't like it. I mean, the armor's 45 millimeters. I have bones pretty good, a pretty good decent amount of shots though. I mean, side scraping is not bad on this tank though. I mean, weak spot is very big also. Like, look at it, weak spot, weak spot, weak spot. The turret armor though, don't rely on that, because it's the same story as the IS. The IS has only like, I think 80 millimeters of turret armor frontally, or 100, I'm not sure, but you can easily penetrate it. The Type 58 is just the same. Don't rely on turret armor. Maybe if you are lucky you can bone something on your gun mantle, but don't even try to stake out the turret. Why? Because the gun depression, like every single Russian tank, it has horrible gun depression. The gun depression, well, it was just horrible. I mean, the Germans are nothing compared to the Russians on, keep saying Russians, compared to the Chinese. I mean, I just don't know how to play this tank. The T-34, I played that tank as a rusher, but with this tank, I kinda stay on the other side of the team because I don't want to be dead immediately. And I'm going to do a little break. And let you see my stats on the Type 58. I have very bad stats on that tank. Very low win rate also. See, 534. That's a pretty high average experience for a normal player, but still for me it's not a good average experience. I mean, if you look at my stats from the last month, I have 650 average experience and I only have 530. That's like going back to the beginning of the days of World of Tanks. Let me see you. Where's the T-34-85? Here he is. That was of the beginning of World of Tanks, so I kinda suck though in this tank. But you still, if you look at the efficiency what I got in this tank, I still I'm still a green player. So that means that the people are actually doing worse than me in this tank. I'm kinda surprised though. Got a gameplay where I got a thing 1300 experience in. And you will see it later on, but enough talking about the tank. I mean, what are the good things about this tank? Well, first of all, the average damage per minute is very good. You shoot 5 rounds per minute, but I think every shot around 150 damage. So that's a pretty decent amount of damage per minute though. And they will not focus you. That's one thing. That's a good thing, because mostly you try to be inside your team. Let the heavy tanks do the tanking and do the work. You just be annoying and get some pop shots at him and get some sneaky what is it called, snapshots at him. So you have two different kinds of guns. What are the differences between these guns? Well, not a lot actually. The only difference is that you have an extra 8 millimeters of penetration, and it's a little bit more accurate. But for the rest, it's just the same. But you need this gun anyway, so why not research it? I mean, it's only like, I think, how much did I pay for it? 6,000 experience. That's on a good day. That's, well, let's say 6 battles if you're doing good. So that's not a problem. Then you have a turret. This turret is just the same as the T-34. I mean, it is the same basically. Look at this. Oh, it's not. It's the same as the T-34, the Russian T-34. And of course you can't mount the top gun on this tank with the turret, so you have to research it. Then you have different kinds of engines. The difference between this is that the fire on impact is very low though, and for a Chinese tank it actually surprised me, because with the Russians and with the Chinese I've had lots of problems with the engine, that it's constantly setting on fire and stuff like that. And it does surprise me that it's not really happening a lot on this tank. And you see the top engine is 520 horsepower. It's not a lot, that extra 20 horsepower, but you need it on other tanks anyway, so why not research it. And you have a very low rate of fire, and you have a pretty good radio also for Chinese. For a Chinese tank it's pretty good. I mean, well, 720. So what I recommend for you here is plus 10% to aiming speed. This is a must-have on medium tanks. If you're a medium tank, you want to have or accuracy on the move or plus 10% to aiming speed. You want to have snapshots. You don't want to play it as a heavy tank. I play it as a heavy tank, but I suck at driving this tank, so sorry for that. Minus 10% to load time is a must-have for medium tanks also, because medium tanks are the damage per minute. Heavy tanks and tanks are mostly the big punch, but medium tanks, light tanks, damage per minute. So that extra minus 10% to load time is going to help you to increase that extra damage per minute. Plus 5% to cool skills, yes, why not? I mean, Chinese tanks, they need it. And wet ammo rack durability, you need this seriously. Not really on this tank, but if you're planning to keep your crew for other tanks, like I always do, you need that, because Chinese tanks are known for their horrible ammo racks. I think I'm ammo racked more Type 59s than other tanks in the game. The only tanks where the ammo rack very much are Type 58, Type 61 I think, or Type 69, 62, yes, Type 62 is it, and the Ice Tree. Those tanks have horrible ammo racks. So let's hop into the crew skills. What do you want to have on the crew skills? Are 6 hands, of course. Like I say in every video, 6 hands is the first thing you want to have on every single tank. On light tank, tank destroyer, medium tank, heavy tank, SPG, everything. Mentors is a good thing to have. Jack of all trades? No, not really, because of, well, the only if your gunner is knocked out, this tank is useless. So mostly I use a small first repair kit. So maybe Jack of all trades may be coming handy though. Eagle Eye, no. Repairs, of course, you need repairs. This is just, Brothers in Arms is a good thing to have also, because you increase every single crew skills by 20% if you have it on all the crews mounted. Snapshot, of course, you need this. Improves accuracy during turret rotation. Of course, as a medium tank, so you need this. Um, Armor, no. If your gun is knocked out, you better repair it. Deadeye, no. If you're planning on keeping for future tank, no, don't do it. And of course, clutch braking is a must-have because you turn faster. Controlled impact, no. It's a medium tank, so you're not going to crash into someone. I mean, if you have E50, well, it's very heavy. Controlled impact is a good thing to have, but not with such a light tank. Off-road driving, yes, because it's a medium tank. Smooth ride, of course, you need smooth ride because well, you can't pass it on this tank. But if you are planning, well, if you, I think, reach a tier 8 or something, the Chinese tanks are getting better, and then you can pass the carousel and the Rotito. So what do you need here is not a lot really. Relaying maybe, view range or signal boosting, but I can't. If I were you, I should go with the common ones. And for the loader, the only thing what you have to research is safe storage, of course, because you don't want to get ammo backed over and over in this tank. So that's it for the garage. Oh, and the shell setup, I do it like this. Lots of AP shells, maybe lots of gold shells also. If you're planning to, if you're not greedy as me, and you, and shoots more gold shells, I think it's better to go with 10 gold shells, because this tank has no penetration at all, and you can use those gold shells though. So if I were you, I would go with 10 gold shells, and also a couple of HE shells to shoot away buildings or something. 5 is another thing, but this tank has a pretty good shell storage. So that's it in the garage, and I'll see you in the gameplay.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, so welcome back to the gameplay. This is the Type 58 medal, and it seems like I am AFK for the first 20 seconds. Oh no, I woke up. I'm going to my usual place where nearly nobody goes, but it's a very good spot on the map. It's this spot. Here's a very good spot. I mean, if tanks are coming from here, and you have a very armored tank, you can bounce them, and if you have good view range, the best view range always wins on this place on the map. Plus, if they make a mistake and try to go towards here, you can take easy shots at them, and if you destroy them, you can take on this position, or you can go here, or you can go here. So you have a very good position on this map. Most people always go mid or the right side of the map, but you only can go one direction there. So this is my usual place here. So there we have a T-3485, and this is what I mean. Like you can have very good shots at him from this angle. Most people don't like this map, but I love it. I love this map. Every time as I play this map, see there we have shares falling. So that means that there is someone there, and see, we have spotted them first before they did to me, and you can just take easy shots here. Well, I missed the first shot, but that was not my fault. It was just the accuracy of this gun. And see, we did SU5. Well, he got away with it though. Took my first shot here. It was kinda derpy the first minute. But as you see, that SU-85 has no idea what's shooting at him. Now we go and finish him off right here. There we go.
Some serious ass kicking.
And now there's something shooting on me, and it's doing 170 damage. But so what should it be? I think it's this Jackson maybe, or the other T-3485. Ah, it's the Easy-8. There we have a KV-1. Try to shoot at the KV-1. Well, it does have enough penetration to penetrate the KV-1 at least. but don't rely on that. Because for some reason, if I
fuck
want
this clown.
if I want to take the last shot and I gave you one, I always bounce. So that gave you one just wanted to die here.
Arrivederci,
So I finished
motherfucker.
him off, and we have T-34-85, and I see that my team is having problems because he has a very good position on the map. He can see everything, and he can shoot everyone. And I suddenly got surprised by the Easy 8. Luckily he bounced me first, but the T-34-85 doesn't. And keep in mind that he has a pretty good damage, a pretty good punch. So I'm ignoring that easy 8, and he keeps bouncing on me for some reason. It's kind of surprised me because normally he should be able to penetrate me in the hull. But as you see, I have a very good position here.
Step right
There
up
we
and
go.
get
Got a very
some.
nice shot at there. Very lucky though. Shouldn't have hit that. So I'm side scraping here, and I saw from XVM that the Easy 8 was well, he's white,
Damn
so
it.
normally he shouldn't have played lots of games in the tank. So I'm aiming for its weak spot because the Easy 8 does have good armor. It has one of the highest armor values of tier 6, I think. So you need to aim for the lower hull or that little gun there. The little gun there is a very big weak spot on the tank. And my tank is actually just the same. As you see, it has a viewport under the gun, and it has a machine gun. So there are lots of weak spots though. But as you see, he doesn't know where to aim because he constantly is fire at my gun mantle. So I took down the artillery first.
If I promised to kill you last, I
Easy kill,
lied.
and it's always fun to destroy his gun back. So it looks like he penetrated my gun mantle, but keep in mind that the gun mantle is mostly its spaced armor. So if you see a penetration through your spaced armor, it doesn't mean that they penetrated your second armor, because you have two different kinds of plate armor. So they penetrated my first plate, but they bounced my second plate, if you know what I mean. So the battle is over here. I'm going to speed us up because there's not really much happening, except maybe you see a demonstration of the engine on a hill. So as you see, it climbs pretty fast though, but the gun depression and the turning on the tank just make this horrible. So that's it, and the KV2 is down soon. I think we won by cap. Yes, we won by cap. So that's it, and that's the gameplay, and I'll see you in the garage. There's a little bit more talking about this tank. Okay, so overall it's a bad tank. Normally I don't say that in my videos, but this tank is just horrible. I can't play it, and I have no idea how to play it. It has horrible gun depression, the armor is average, you can bounce shots, the matchmaking throws you over and over again, the gun depression on this thing is horrible, penetration is horrible, the damage is average, the damage per minute is pretty good though, and the speed and maneuverability is good until you make one sharp turn. So that's it, and I'm going to end this episode. So democration rules, and you can choose a tank for my garage. What do you want me to see review next? Place it in the comments below, and also try to check out my channel so you know what tanks I've already reviewed. Next week I'm going to do, well, not next week, in 2 weeks I'm going to do the Indian Panzer. The Indian Panzer is sometimes it's a very fun tank to play, and sometimes it's pissing me off over and over again. But I do know how to drive this tank though, so don't worry. It's a very good tank, and it's very fun to drive, and sometimes it's not. So that's it, and I follow, and I'm